Hi guys, Artiar here. So today we'll be tackling Doki's Hell mode, but with a twist, no Remoka. So not everyone have Remoka, probably you're not a fan of Remoka, or probably you use a targeted summon on other character instead of Remoka, and you are suffering in Doki. So in this run, in this video, I'll be using Grey, a solid SR option which everyone will have Grey as well, but you're gonna need to invest on him. You're gonna need to actually train him, you need to skill him up with a good decent module, and also most importantly a very good shell from Nico Nana boss. So let me show you how this team works first, and then why you don't really need a top tier SSR to clear tough content. So the first one is going to be Grey, your main DPS. So other previous video I'm using Ziada, but I feel like Ziada is not going to be that consistent in my opinion, because I don't have the skill up for her to increase her extra stats stuff, because I want to invest more on Rosa. Then probably you'll be wondering why am I not using Rosa for my Doki boss. I can, just that I wanted to try different thing for my content, right? So I'm not using Rosa at the Doki at the moment. So this is my grade. 85% crit rate. You don't have to go this high because you have a crit rate buff and also elemental advantage against the Doki because they are blue and then you are green. You should have another 15% crit rate with the base crit rate here 30%, 45% crit rate, which means you only need 55% crit rate in total. So why my crit rate is so high is because this set I'm using is original for my dating. So my dating is a very high crit rate, so I can probably tune this part to reduce my crit rate for more crit damage or attack, but this is how the stats looks like. Then the shell I'm going for is White Fang. I'm going with Harvest and Foray, but I did try the Rosa set as well, which is Onslaught Harvest. Both work, but I'm using this White Fang here is because I have additional speed. You want the speed to actually make Grey slightly faster. You don't want your Grey to be too slow. Okay, then my prowess here, everything is max. I have a max Grey here, and then most importantly is the S2 and S3 have to be maxed. You want a cooldown reduction from the S2, and then you want an S3 for the cooldown reduction, so you can spam your S2 and S3, which is the main DPS output. If you have the resources, you can actually go for the max S1 as well. The multiplier helps for single target damage, and then the turn meter here also helps because it makes him rotate his skill faster. Then the module I'm going for, this is how the module looks like, Harvest and Foray. But as I mentioned, you can go for Onslaught Harvest as well. The Rosa set I'm currently using, they both work. Then the next one you're gonna need Freya, which is our rate up banner. So probably most of you are gonna have Freya as well. And then Freya is non-skill up. Okay, it's a 5-star, non-skill up at all. My prowess here is all just a base upgrade without any skill up. And then the module I'm going just make her fast. So this is currently my faster set while I'm maintaining with some accuracy. Alright, I'm not going for other 2P set here because I can't make it. I'm using an effect accuracy HP set here. Then the shell I'm going for is Black Flag because I have additional speed at my Black Flag, so I need a Black Flag here for the extra speed as well. You want to make your Freya basically fast and with accuracy because you want to land the Nightmare debuff to them. This one. Okay, then the other one is gonna be Lingluo, which is our healer in the team. So Lingluo here, nothing too much to focus, just make her fast and slightly tanky. So the shell I'm going is Artisan. It's very good. This shell here, I don't know how many people are using it, but I noticed he's very good. And then it's going for Swift Rush and Bramble, which is a little bit more defense for my Lingluo because you don't want her to die. He's your main healer. Okay, then with my Artisan here, a little bit of speed is good, and then the most importantly, the shield here comes in very handy to protect your team. Then the module, everything is just speed, and then with a little bit of defense here. Okay, defense bonus, HP bonus, defense bonus. Just make her able to survive the single target from Doki mobs. And then the next one, which is the controller I'm using, is Kazuyo. So if you don't have Kazuyo, you can go for Kraken. It depends which one you prefer, but the reason why I went for Kazuyo more is because the CC here, even though it's not as consistent as Kraken, and the slumber here can actually be will remove as well as long as they are taking damage. But the reason why I use Kazuyo more is because of the attack down. It's because I can't really rely on my Kraken to land a lot of freeze with turn meter and I also don't have the resources for the Kraken anymore. Of course, I invested all into Kazuyo. One of the main reasons I go for it is attack down. So I can make the mob even though I don't control them. I can apply attack down to them so they can't really one-shot my unit. And then because of the debuff here, combined with Freya, whenever they get debuff, Freya will also reduce their turn meter. So I can also have a turn meter effect from Kazuyo. And then my Kazuyo here is going with this shell, Gigabyte, with just make her fast, and then with a speed here, which is good. And then the module here, I'm going with a little bit of Bramble and Swiss Rush. It's a mixture. I probably need to drop one of the Bramble to go for extra speed if I want, but basically just make her with high accuracy and decent speed. You just want her to land the CC, and then I max her S3 just for the reduce the skill cooldown. The rest here I didn't go, not even the attack. I don't really care about her attack stats, so I'm saving the resources. And then the S2 here, a little bit of defense, depends on if your Kazuyo can survive. Then the next one I'm gonna use is gonna be Valerian. Another tanky unit here, I'm going with S3 here for the instantly hazy dream. Without the S3 here also works, just that you want to build your Valerian faster then just make her very tanky, just like high HP. Decent speed will do, just makes her very tanky with the HP, because everything she's gonna provide with her S3 is based on her HP, 12% of her max HP. So your team here will have additional buff, either attack or either defense, crit rate or speed, which will benefit your team. And you're gonna get shield and then a revive kit within the hazy dream. So if you don't have Valerian and you don't want to use Valerian, you can replace Valerian with Sanya as well, because Sanya also have heal and so also have revive in her kit. Then Shell is going for Wellspring and Swift Rush. And then I've got one very good buff here, Synergize, apply healing or shield, my final damage deal increase. So basically this is the 5 unit I'm currently using. So I'm able to grind Doki up to health 4, but 1 star. Every matches here take very long, like 5 minutes long, but as long as you clear it, you go for continuous battle, is totally fine. So but the win rate for health 4 is like 30 to 40%, depends if I apply the attack down or not. Then for health 3 is more consistent. Health 3 win rate is around 60 to 70%. So it's not 100% crit rate. It will still have difficulty. So let me go through with my character. Alright, so this is the team I'm currently using. Basically, Valerian and Linglo is the sustain and my heal. Freya is a little bit of sustain with the nightmare and also debuff them, and also apply defense up for my team. My main DPS is gonna be the Grey, and then my CC unit is Kazuyo. So if you're looking for replacement, Kazuyo can replace with Kraken or other CC unit, for example like Mio. Then Valerian can replace by Sanya as long as a heal. Revive is just for emergency cases, but I'm using Valerian here for the shield. Grey is my main DPS here, but Grey you can build with other DPS if you want, like for example if you're Remoka. But if you're Remoka, probably you don't have issue with Doki, you probably can clear it a lot more easier. Then Linglo, everyone have her from the 7-day lock-in quest. And then Linglo is my main healer and also dispel, because sometimes they do apply some annoying debuff as well. And then Freya here is my buffer plus debuffer, which is very good. So overall I would say this team is pretty free to play, right? Because 3 SR and then 2 SSR that is also obtainable. So yeah, basically that's it. So if you want to look at the run how it goes, let me show you one example. So my Valerian instantly buff up my whole team. Whenever they take their turn, they'll get shield with 1 protection and then apply nightmare to them. Okay, do some damage. Doki will take their turn, then they'll start damaging here, which is totally fine because you can Linglo and heal later. Okay, then I have Gigabyte to actually turn meter push my Kazuyo to let her take the action. And then S3 from Grey, it will do a massive amount of damage as long as he managed to land the defense break. Then Valerian recast the bubble again. So everyone will maintain, you see, a certain amount of shield for protection for your team. That's the reason why this team grind is going to be very slow. It's just more about surviving. Okay, then Kazuyo here, time to time will apply the CC to remove their damage reduction, and then most importantly apply the attack down so they can't really break through even the shield. So I'm actually buying time for my team to slowly chip their HP off. Okay, so if you build a Grey faster, you can let Grey to kill them. right? Just slowly S3, keep nuking them. This guy here is so tanky. It's because this guy here, his damage reduction is not removed yet. It's still here. Reduce the damage taken. So he didn't get applied by the CC effect. Okay, so sometimes like this, the shield from Valorant will come in very handy, and then the shield from Linglo Artisan will also come in very handy. See, one tick shield instantly. So that's the reason why Artisan here plays a very big role. It's an emergency shield that can actually save your team. Then Kazuyo just slowly S1 and try to CC them. Because Kazuyo S1 here have a chance to, 20% chance, it's very low, to actually CC them slumber, so they can remove the damage taken reduction. Then this max out Grey, you notice he rotates his S2 and S3 very fast. So he can do damage very often. So they will focus one by one to kill it. And then I have Gigabyte here to slowly push her back. So even though I built her not that fast, she will able to cut into the enemy rotation. Okay, left this guy here, control them, and then apply attack down. So now my whole team here is still gonna be very healthy overall. Okay, apply defend up. We have Artisan to put tick shield, and left Linglo and Valorant to slowly heal back up my team. S3, S2, and then S3. Okay, the mob died. Then new mobs are coming here. So this part will be a little bit RNG. That's where the RNG comes from, which is this middle guy, who is he targeting, and can he one-shot them? Right, so he's managed to stun him, and then you see the single target hit, right? The chainsaw thing. You don't want him to actually able to one-shot your team. Okay, so now Valorant is gonna be very danger. It's gonna die with defense break. So now this slumber comes in very handy for the CC effect and also make them attack down. Artisan come in handy again, putting up shield, then Linglo heal them back and cleanse. So this is how the whole rotation is gonna be. Just sustain, just survive, and you will slowly chip their HP off. Okay, so I'll fast forward this part into the end and let's see what happened. Right, so the battle here is almost gonna end. It's just left a little bit of HP. So a little bit RNG involved in this team. Okay, it's gonna be very long, 5-minute long. So the RNG involved part will be how the unit actually targeting. So if they focus on all their damage into one unit and they kill it, then probably I will lose the run. So this is for Health 3. Health 4 I can also do it, which is, you can see I managed to get 1 star. But the win rate is slightly lower, which I don't really like the win rate, so I might actually grind Health 3 at the moment. Alright, so that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope this video helped you guys out, and see you guys in the next one. Bye bye. Special thanks for the direct support on the YouTube membership. So for the benefactor of Artiar, which is GenMP, SPVCEJVMQ, Trendcan, thank you so much for your support. And also special thanks for the supporter or patron of Artiar, which is Louis Schneider, Agni, Wang Seimer, Ziggy, Kamaruki, Sunwaltz, Rimu, Choni, Antonio Winterspoon, Cragran, Calamity, Rocco Standions, Jordan Alons. Special thanks for your support. And also special thanks for the Super Thanks MVP, HMZ, RY, and X, Reeks. Thank you so much for your support. Special thanks for the direct support on the live stream super chat for the latest tag. Thank you so much for Code Wilderness, Calamity, Agni, Love Fatima, Fatima Little Underwear, Bloods, Riku Fred, Choni. Thank you so much for your support.